Welcome to Penrose Learning, where we make understanding easy.
EFI boot entries are firmware records that tell your PC where to boot from. Backup current settings before changing anything to avoid losing boot access. In Windows 10 and Windows 11, you must run command prompt as administrator. First, run bcdedit/enum firmware to list EFI boot entries and identifiers. Note the identifier GUID for each unwanted entry before continuing with removal steps. Also identify the EFI system partition, often 100 MB in size, for manual edits. Run command prompt as administrator to execute removal commands safely. Confirm each unwanted entry by running bcdedit/enum firmware and copying the GUID identifier. Use bcdedit/delete identifier to remove an unwanted EFI entry by GUID and press enter to execute. If bcdedit reports success, reboot once to ensure firmware no longer lists the entry. If the entry persists, repeat verification or try the firmware setup utility to remove it directly from UEFI options or settings. If removal fails, use UEFI firmware setup or Easy UEFI to delete the lingering entry directly from firmware. Consider using a Linux Live USB and FBooTnger to inspect and remove stubborn boot entries when Windows tools cannot clear them. If you experience boot problems after edits, boot Windows Recovery and run bootrec/fixboot and bootrec/rebuild to repair boot records. Always restore your backup configuration if repairs fail and seek expert help before resetting NVRAM or reinstalling the operating system.
Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.